The legal challenges also sparked a renewed debate about the culture of exploitation within the music industry. Many critics pointed out that Diddy's alleged behavior was not an anomaly, but rather indicative of a larger systemic problem that had allowed powerful men to abuse their positions for years. The lawsuits prompted calls for greater transparency and accountability in the industry, with advocates pushing for stronger protections for women and marginalized individuals. As 2024 progressed, the lawsuits showed no signs of abating. Diddy's legal team faced a monumental task in defending him against the multiple claims, and the possibility of criminal charges loomed large. The outcome of these cases remained uncertain, but one thing was clear. The lawsuits had irrevocably altered the course of Diddy's career and public image. No longer viewed solely as a music mogul and entrepreneur, Diddy now faced the very real prospect of being defined by the legal battles and accusations that threatened to bring down his empire. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, the case was ultimately closed without charges being filed. The police cited a lack of evidence to move forward with prosecution, and Diddy's legal team celebrated the decision as a vindication of his innocence. However, the allegations cast a shadow over his public image, especially as the Me Too movement gained momentum during the same period. While Diddy avoided criminal charges, the incident fueled ongoing discussions about the behavior of powerful men in the entertainment industry and the prevalence of sexual misconduct. The 2017 allegation was not the first time Diddy had faced accusations of sexual misconduct, but it highlighted the growing awareness and scrutiny surrounding such cases. Even without legal repercussions, the public's perception of Diddy was increasingly shaped by these incidents, contributing to the broader narrative of controversy and legal troubles that would follow him into the 2000s and 20s. The fallout from the allegation also set the stage for the more serious accusations that would emerge in 2023, further complicating Diddy's legacy. Sean Diddy Combs made headlines in June 2015 when he was arrested for assaulting a coach at UCLA, where his son, Justin Combs, was a football player. The incident occurred at the UCLA athletic facility, where Diddy reportedly confronted the coach, Sal Alosi, over what he perceived as unfair treatment of his son during practices. According to reports, tensions had been building between Diddy and the coaching staff for some time, with Diddy feeling that Justin was not receiving the attention or opportunities he deserved. On June 22, 2015, the situation escalated when Diddy visited the UCLA training facility to confront Alosi. Witnesses claimed that Diddy entered the office and began a heated argument with the coach, which quickly turned physical. In the midst of the altercation, Diddy allegedly grabbed a kettlebell weight and swung it at Alosi, narrowly missing him. Campus security was called, and Diddy was arrested on charges of assault with a deadly weapon, making criminal threats, and battery. Diddy's arrest sparked widespread media coverage, with many questioning whether his actions were an overreaction to a common parent-coach disagreement. Diddy's legal team, however, painted a different picture, claiming that the mogul had acted in self-defense. They argued that Alosi had been verbally abusive toward Diddy and had escalated the situation by making threatening remarks. Diddy, they claimed, had simply been defending himself and his son from an aggressive coach. Despite the serious nature of the charges, the case did not go to trial. In July 2015, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office decided not to pursue felony charges, instead referring the case to the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office for a potential misdemeanor prosecution. After further review, the case was dismissed in late September 2015, with no charges filed against Diddy. His legal team celebrated the decision, and Diddy released a statement expressing relief that the matter had been resolved without further legal action. While Diddy avoided legal consequences, the incident drew attention to his sometimes volatile behavior and raised questions about how far he was willing to go to protect his children. It also led to increased scrutiny of the relationship between celebrities and their children's athletic careers, particularly in high-pressure environments like college sports. The UCLA incident became yet another chapter in Diddy's long history of legal issues, contributing to the narrative of a public figure who, despite his wealth and success, could not escape controversy. In 2000, Sean Diddy Combs found himself embroiled in yet another assault case, this time involving a member of his own entourage. The incident occurred during the height of Diddy's fame, shortly after the success of his debut album No Way Out, and his transition from being a music producer to a performing artist. The incident, which took place in New York City, added to the growing list of legal troubles and controversies that had begun to shadow his career. The altercation reportedly took place at a nightclub in Manhattan, where Diddy and his entourage were celebrating a business milestone. According to witnesses, an argument broke out between Diddy and one of his longtime associates over a business disagreement. The dispute quickly escalated, and Diddy allegedly punched the individual, causing significant injuries. The incident was reported to the police, and the individual pressed charges against Diddy for assault. In the wake of the incident, Diddy's legal team worked quickly to downplay the situation, claiming that the altercation had been blown out of proportion. They argued that the situation was a misunderstanding between friends and that no serious harm had been intended. However, the injured party maintained that Diddy had acted aggressively and that the assault was unprovoked. The case eventually went to court, where Diddy faced charges of misdemeanor assault. Despite the seriousness of the accusations, Diddy managed to avoid jail time by reaching a settlement with the victim. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed, but it was widely speculated that Diddy had paid a substantial sum to resolve the matter out of court. The settlement effectively put an end to the case, allowing Diddy to avoid a criminal conviction. While Diddy managed to escape legal repercussions, the incident contributed to his growing reputation for having a short temper and a propensity for violence. It also raised concerns within his inner circle, with some associates reportedly distancing themselves from the music mogul in the aftermath of the altercation. The assault case became yet another blemish on Diddy's public image, particularly as he continued to navigate the challenges of fame and success in the volatile music industry. The 2000 assault case marked a period of increased scrutiny on Diddy's personal life, as he faced multiple legal battles in the years that followed. Though he remained one of the most influential figures in the entertainment industry, Incidents like this one contributed to the ongoing narrative of a celebrity whose legal troubles were beginning to overshadow his professional accomplishments. Sean "Diddy" Combs was involved in a high-profile altercation with a journalist in 1999, further adding to his mounting list of legal troubles at the time. The incident occurred as Diddy, then still commonly known as Puff Daddy, was promoting his burgeoning music empire and navigating the complexities of being one of the biggest names in hip-hop. The assault on the journalist, which took place in New York, drew widespread media attention and criticism, highlighting the growing tension between Diddy's public persona and his increasingly turbulent private life. The incident unfolded during a private event where Diddy had agreed to sit for an interview with the journalist, whose identity has remained largely anonymous. According to reports, the journalist began asking Diddy a series of probing questions about his personal life, his business dealings, and the recent legal issues surrounding him. Diddy, who was known for being intensely private about certain aspects of his life, reportedly became agitated by the line of questioning. As the interview progressed, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. Diddy allegedly warned the journalist to stop asking personal questions, but when the interviewer persisted, the situation escalated. Witnesses claimed that Diddy physically attacked the journalist, shoving them and allegedly striking them in the face. Security quickly intervened, separating the two before the altercation could escalate further. The journalist filed a police report the following day, leading to Diddy being charged with assault. Diddy's legal team quickly went into damage control mode, issuing statements that downplayed the severity of the incident and portraying the altercation as a misunderstanding. They claimed that the journalist had been overly aggressive in their questioning and had provoked Diddy into defending himself. Despite the legal proceedings, the case was eventually settled out of court. Diddy reportedly paid a significant sum in damages to the journalist, avoiding a drawn-out trial, and more importantly, keeping the incident from further damaging his career. The settlement allowed Diddy to move past the incident relatively quickly, though it did little to repair the growing public perception of him as a volatile and unpredictable figure. This 1999 incident further cemented the narrative that Diddy's temper and impulsiveness were becoming major liabilities. By the late 1990s, Diddy was already dealing with a series of legal challenges and personal controversies, including the infamous nightclub shooting in 1999 that would later lead to an extended trial. The assault on the journalist was another example of the tension between Diddy's public image as a successful mogul and the private struggles that seemed to follow him throughout his career. The case also raised broader questions about the relationship between celebrities and the media. Diddy's altercation with the journalist was seen as part of a larger pattern of celebrities lashing out at invasive reporters, though in this case, the legal consequences were far more significant. The incident highlighted the fine line that Diddy often walked between protecting his privacy and engaging with the press, a dynamic that would continue to shape his public persona for years to come. In 1994, Sean "Diddy" Combs, then known as Puff Daddy, was involved in a significant legal controversy surrounding a nightclub shooting that became one of the earliest scandals of his career. The incident took place at Club 187, a popular night spot in New York City, where Diddy and several members of his entourage were attending a party. The events of that night would lead to a series of legal battles that, while eventually resolved, cast a long shadow over Diddy's early rise to fame. On the night of the shooting, tensions had been running high between various groups at the club. Witnesses reported that a heated argument broke out between Diddy's group and another partygoer, leading to a chaotic and violent altercation. Gunshots were fired inside the club, injuring several individuals and causing mass panic among the patrons. Although Diddy himself was not directly implicated in the shooting, members of his entourage were suspected of being involved in the violence. Following the incident, police launched an investigation into the shooting, focusing on the individuals present at the club that night. While Diddy was not arrested, several members of his crew were questioned, and the media quickly picked up on the story, linking Diddy to the violent altercation. The case garnered significant attention, not only because of Diddy's rising fame in the music industry, but also due to the broader conversation about violence in the hip-hop community at the time. In the aftermath of the shooting, Diddy distanced himself from the individuals involved, publicly condemning the violence and denying any personal involvement. His legal team worked to ensure that he would not face charges, and by the following year, the case had largely been resolved without Diddy being formally charged. However, the nightclub shooting at Club 187 became one of the earliest controversies of Diddy's career, marking the beginning of a series of legal battles that would follow him for years. The 1994 shooting also set a precedent for Diddy's future legal challenges, as he became increasingly associated with high-profile incidents of violence and controversy. While Diddy managed to avoid legal repercussions in this case, the shooting highlighted the volatile nature of his rise to fame and the challenges he would face in maintaining his public image amidst a growing number of personal and legal issues. The Club 187 shooting was a defining moment in the early days of Diddy's career, foreshadowing the series of legal entanglements that would become a recurring theme throughout his life in the public eye. The numerous legal controversies and allegations surrounding Sean Diddy Combs over the past few decades have highlighted important lessons, both for him and for those observing his public life. One of the most prominent lessons is the inherent risk of power, fame, and influence. While Diddy's success in the entertainment industry has been undeniable, his legal battles serve as a cautionary tale of how unchecked power can lead to abusive behavior and toxic environments. From the sexual assault allegations to violent altercations, Diddy's story shows how individuals at the pinnacle of success must maintain accountability and ethical conduct in their personal and professional lives. Another key lesson is the importance of transparency and responsibility in managing one's public image. Diddy's ability to navigate through multiple controversies while still remaining a powerful figure in music and business speaks to his resilience. However, it also demonstrates the necessity of addressing issues directly and authentically, rather than relying on settlements and legal strategies to avoid consequences. Lastly, the impact of these controversies on Diddy's business ventures underscores the reality that legal issues can have far-reaching consequences, not just personally, but professionally. The decline in business partnerships and deals shows the ripple effect that legal troubles can have on one's empire, no matter how successful. Thank you for watching. What's your take on all the Diddy cases? Continue the conversation in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated. Bye, everyone.